Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all good? I hope so. Okay, so y'all remember I made a video the other day and I was talking about a post that I saw in Tiffany Whitlow's stories where it's a picture of her, Kimmy, and Destiny. And I was like, I don't know if Tiffany is coming back to the show. I hope not. It's not that I don't like Tiffany, because I do. I just felt like she was on another level compared to the people on the show because she's doing a lot of good things in her business, right? But yesterday, when I was looking at her stories, she reposted the same picture because Marcus Burns posted it in his stories and he put on there something is cooking. And I'm trying to figure out, I was like, well, hold up. Does that mean that Tiffany is coming back to Love and Marriage Huntsville? Or are they working on something else? Now, I wouldn't be surprised if she came back because Carlos basically recycles the same people and the same storylines on Love and Marriage Huntsville and across his shows. Because if you think about it, when you look at Marceau and Tisha's storyline, it's almost like Letitia Pearson and Glenn's storyline. And when I tell you I'm so tired of Letitia Pearson and Glenn, they are exhausting. They are like the weakest link to me over there on Bell Collective Jackson. But do y'all think that Tiffany is coming back to the show? Now, I remember when Carlos and Dustin reviewed whatever the reunion was when Tiffany was there. I think that's when she said she wasn't coming back. I think it was that reunion. And Dustin was like, I feel like if Tiffany's going to have that type of attitude and that type of energy, she need to kind of change up her look to kind of go with it, because she's the right person to do that, because she asks the right questions, this, that, and the other. So then Carlos did a interview with Tiffany. She's like, yeah, Carlos, because you be putting me up to all this BS. And, he started laughing, and he tells her that she is the voice of the viewers, where the 6 original people, they have a pack, so they're not going to talk about the stuff that we really want to hear about. But with you coming in with the type of questions that the people be having in the comments, that shake things up. Now, first of all, I didn't understand Carlos saying, well, it's just certain things that they're not going to talk about. They've made a pact, they've made these agreements. And I'm like, but you're the boss. How do you just what? If I was ever to be on a reality show or looking for a job, I'm getting a job over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville, because baby, that's a free check. You don't have to do much. You don't have to put in much work. You can just coast your way and you get a free check. Because how do you just let them get over there and do nothing but they get a free check? And as long as Carlos has been on and he's had so many shows, I wonder why he doesn't have the type of deal with them that Tyler Perry had. A majority of the shows that's over there are Carlos shows. So I would think, if it was me, if I'm bringing in most of the program, I'm going to try to get me a piece of the equity in on the same way Tyler did. Because how is it that you haven't tried to work out that type of deal with OWN, but when Mel got her situation with Nubian, allegedly you start asking her to be her manager, and you thought that y'all was going to partner over there on Nubian. She said no, and that's when your whole attitude and your demeanor and all that changed towards her. I mean, we saw it at the live shows that he would on the road. That was his first show with her, because I was there. I saw it. You see what I'm saying? So that's, I don't know. That's interesting. That's just me. But back to Tiffany. Do y'all think Tiffany is coming back to Love and Marriage Huntsville? If she was, would you want to see Tiffany back on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Or you think, no, bring somebody else. Like, bring a different person. Bring some new people. Because it doesn't seem like DC or Detroit is coming back. And isn't it funny how Destiny is cool with Tiffany now? But when she first came on the show, she couldn't stand Tiffany. She was real territorial when it came to Mel, and she felt like Mel was showing Tiffany too much attention. She wasn't holding her accountable for things. And that's when I noticed that Destiny's attitude towards Mel started to change. Because that scene when Tisha and Destiny went to their car dealership, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to Miss Melody Hope, because I need to know what's going on, and why did you bring that girl, and this, that, and the other. And Tisha was in her confession. So I didn't even know that Destiny and Mel had an issue. And baby, she latched on to that until Destiny and shook her loose. Oh, baby, Destiny said, baby, you released. And Tisha was looking so pitiful when Destiny said that, man. I was like, po tink. That's what you get. That's what both of y'all get. That, I hope y'all have the season that you deserve. But yeah, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all later.